Okay, so this is take like 60. I've been playing with the lighting in our house, which, as you know, if you've seen any videos since we've moved to Maine, it's like insane. I've tried every which way somewhere to sit. So if this is super bright, it's because the sun's coming in from one way or the other. There's literally there's 4 doors to the outside on our main floor, including gigantic screen doors, plus all these windows. Plus, see, look, the lighting's changing. Plus, we live in Maine, so it gets very bright here in the mornings, which it is the morning. So I filmed this update last week, and I want to redo it because a lot of things have kind of happened since. I'm sorry about this lighting; it sucks so bad. I need to get like a woo. A couple things have happened in regards to like the meds and things like that. I'm trying to fix this. I'm sorry, it sucks. And I just lost my train of thought completely. A couple things have happened since our sauna histogram, and this is driving me nuts, and my day 3 blood work, which is what I actually updated on when I filmed this. That's a little bit better. When I filmed this last week. See, there's a door right here. It's like, here comes the sun. And it's been raining here like crazy. It was pouring down like 5 minutes ago. This makes no sense. Anyway, sauna histogram was normal, which I'm not sure if I updated on that or not, but it was completely normal. And it literally took 5 seconds. Like I said, I've done this a couple times, so I don't even know what I said in prior videos because I've recorded this like 30 times. Anyway, it was completely normal. It literally took, this is killing me. I need to find just like a dark room with lights. So then I went in for day 3 blood work like 2 weeks later. And the baseline antral follicle count, which just shows them how many follicles, doesn't mean there's an egg in them. It means how many follicles you have. Usually one will take the lead, mid-cycle, you know, and that's the one you ovulate, whatever. So I had 8 on each side, which was great. And if I recall, when we did the fresh cycle with Noah, I think I had 16 on that count as well. I'd have to go back and watch videos because I threw away all of my paperwork, not thinking that we would ever get to do this again. So, but I think I had about that, and we had 20 eggs retrieved and 14 were mature with that cycle. So I think that's pretty good. So he calls me a week later and says my AMH is low. So I'm like, what the heck? It was, I have it written down. It was like really like surprisingly low, and I'm so confused because I had 16 follicles. It was 0.84, and he said anything under 1 is considered low. And at that time, I'd been on birth control for a week because he had me started on day 3, and the follow-up was on day 10. He said, stop taking it. I was like, all right. So he says, I don't want to under suppress you, if that makes any sense. So I'm like, okay, but I don't know. So anyway, so I stopped taking them. About a week later, I had spotting for like 3 days, which I figured was just because of that. So I don't know. I've read on some message boards that your AMH can fluctuate, and it's not as good of an indication of your egg reserve as prior thought. Here comes the sun again. I look like a ghost. I guess it's almost Halloween, so that's okay. See, there it goes away. And someone said have it retested, this and that. I'm like, whatever. I'm not gonna get out and drive 2 hours just to have it retested. So I went off of the birth control, and I hope it didn't really mess me up. He didn't seem to think it would. So now I'm just kind of waiting for to cycle, and I will start injections on day 2. So they sent me this list, my protocol list, and apparently he's starting me on 300 of Gonal F. Well, alrighty. I thought that was high, so I went back and looked. I don't remember being on that much of Follistim. I really don't, but I went back and looked, and I guess at one point I was on 375 of Follistim. And then towards the middle and towards the end, they had dropped it down to 225. But I'm also going to be adding Menopur. So, and I know that, I don't know if I want to say legally, but clinically they can only put you on so much of a combination, total units. I don't know how that's going to play out. I start the Menopur in like on day 5 or something like that. I have it right in front of me. I should just look at it. Never used the Menopur before. Don't know how this is going to go. Oh my God. But I was, I look like Casper right now. This is insane. So I was looking up, you know, like, there. I don't want to be on too high of a dose of stims because I heard that ruins the egg quality if they stim you too much too fast. But then, like I said, I look back at my, it's on my computer right now, but I can't do it while I'm recording. I look back, and at one point they had me on 375 or something like that. So I don't know. I'm so confused. But the Menopur I add in on cycle day 5, which would be on day 4 of stims. So anyway, they sent me this list like this, and it's just like a tentative, don't mind my notes. And I know you can't see it right now because the sun decided to come out again. There we go. So it's a tentative, and it's probably backwards for you, like what you add on what day. It doesn't have dosages. It's kind of just like a generic form they probably give to everybody. And I have notes written on it for meds, which is what I'm going to get to next. And then they also print out this patient teaching education material, which we're kind of veterans on this. I'll probably scan through it, but I don't know. So I'm just kind of surprised my AMH was low. I've also been taking like mad supplements like crazy. So I'm hoping it's just like a fluke thing that's not really indicative of my egg reserve. I know nobody in my family's ever had a problem with like, you know, things like that. And we don't have female factor infertility. Actually, my husband, we don't really have male factor infertility either. He had a vasectomy, and that's why we have to do this. So it's kind of shocking to have any problems. I guess I am 36, and maybe things are starting to go downhill. I don't know. But I know even the women in my family don't even hit menopause till like their 60s. So I don't know. But anyway, going to the next subject. So that was my AMH. Said everything else looked good. Somebody had asked me what my FSH was. I have no idea. So then he tells me somebody will be contacting you. I don't want to make this go long because I hate watching long videos. Somebody will be contacting you about your medications, things like that. Because I wanted to talk to somebody about how they ordered my medications because I have a flat rate copay. Okay? So nobody, I mean, they called, gave me this big headache about it anyway. So we had my husband's sperm, which is actually from a MESA procedure, which is testicular tissue. We had it shipped from Pittsburgh to Massachusetts. So we paid that. Our insurance finally got confirmed, so that was done. So then they finally ordered my meds. Did not call me first, just ordered them. So they ordered this list, and they said it was for I took a screenshot of it. It said it was for a 10-day supply. I'm like, all right. So 6 cetratides, 3 Gonal F 900 pens, 1 Gonal F 300 pen, 10 vials of Menopur, my trigger shot, and then estrogen pills, progesterone, zithromycin, and then all the needles and whatnot. So I'm like, okay. Well, I told them to call me because I have a flat rate for Gonal F. So instead of me paying $50 for the 3 900 pens and $50 for a 300 pen, why wouldn't they just make 4? Or I think I was allowed to get up to 5 on the flat rate for $50. So they sent over a new prescription. Pharmacy calls me. Got your new prescription. You owe blah, 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 this crazy amount. I'm like, what? I have flat rate copays. They're like, well, yeah, that's true, but you have a $10,000 lifetime max on infertility medications. Son of a gun. You gotta be kidding me. So now we have to worry about how much we order and pay the flat rate copays. And so I ended up ordering, I got the whole original order. So I have 3 my dose is going to be 300 of Gonal-F. So that original order will get, and that's if it doesn't change. That's if he doesn't up it. So if I end up at 375, I'm going to need more Gonal-F. And if I cycle for more than, if I stim for more than 10 days, which a lot of times you stim for 11, 12, I'm going to need more Gonal-F. Wow. So I filled the first order. I'm so sorry about this brightness. It's driving me nuts. Filled the first order. Total was $277.63. I have $533 remaining on our cap. So we spent $9,477. So the lady's explaining to me I asked her how much meds were, because if I need another Cetrotide. I remember last time we were on Ganirelix to stop ovulation, and I know I had to get refills. And this thing is killing me. And so I was asking her prices. I'm going to be playing with this whole time, sorry. So for Cetrotide, it's $94.50 for Cetrotide. Menopur, for one vial of 75 units of Menopur, is $82.90. Well, if I'm on 2 of those and I need refills, I'm going to be spending $160 for one day, plus another Cetrotide. So that we're looking at like $260, $270, because it's $94.50. So anyway, so based on what we have remaining, I can get 4 more Menopurs and 2 more Cetrotides and have like $12 left on our max. Okay, so I can basically stim for 12 days without having to pay. I mean, I have a $50 copay for each, so I'd have to pay $100. So I could pay $100 and get 2 more days of stims for those 2 medications. The Gonal-F, on the other hand, for a 300 pen, it's $254 for out of pocket. What they bill your insurance is $597.58. Makes no freaking sense to me. I love that they cut you a break if you're paying out of pocket. However, this is why I hit my max. Because you're charging our insurance insane amounts. For Medicaid, you're charging them more than double the out-of-pocket costs. Why do that to people? I don't understand that. So I don't even know. I know the 900 pens were like $1,000 a piece billed to insurance. And if you pay out of pocket, 900 pens like 7 something. Why are they doing that to people? So you're making them hit their max by billing the insurance and getting more money by being greedy. You're making like 100% profit. You're marking it up 100%. Like, it's insane. So I went on, and don't get me started. Don't be tisking me. You got to do what you got to do. Whenever we did our first cycle, I had leftover follow stim. I wanted to donate it. The clinic, I offered the clinic, I asked them what to do with it. They literally told me I could stand, this is ridiculous, told me I could stand in the waiting room and hand it out. Like a drug dealer, basically. Like, who needs follow stim from the crazy lady? So actually a lady on YouTube, if you go back and watch, had messaged me on YouTube because I'd mentioned it. She now has twins. She used my follow stim in Florida, and I can't remember your name, and I'm so sorry. But she paid me for the shipping and for what we paid in copays just to reimburse me, and I overnighted the stuff to Florida to her, and it worked, and she has twins now. So that's what I did with that. I don't understand. I realize it's medication, and you're not because it's prescription medication, but the pharmaceutical companies are insanely making money on desperate people trying to have babies. Why? But you can go have an abortion that's paid for through our insurance. Like, that's what irritates me like crazy. You can kill your children, but we're not going to help you have children. Like, I'm not even going to get started on that because I'll go all day. But anyway, which our insurance is one of them. They'll pay if I want to go, if I would get pregnant and don't want a baby. They would pay for me to go do it. And I'm so thankful that they're paying for IVF with a max. This medication crap with them, that's the pharmaceutical company. It's not even the insurance, but I just, so mad. So anyway, I found someone. I'm not going to say the site. I'm not going to say anything specific. I paid out of pocket to get 2 more 900 pens from somebody that doesn't need them, that had them left over. Risky, I know. I did it through PayPal, so I can at least file a grievance. if I don't get it, or whatever. I can try to fight to get my money back, but it literally saved us if I'm going to need more Gonal-F, especially if they up the dose. It saved me about $1,200. So I was just so concerned. We went into this not thinking that we would need, other than our copays for office visits and things like that, and for the copay, like the flat rates for the medication. I was thinking about $300 for medications. Well, now that I did that, we're getting close to $600, which is not bad. I know some people have paid an extravagant amount. However, after you've already paid, because this is our 4th cycle, after you've already paid like 30 grand plus with IVF, you'll kind of do anything. And we didn't budget for all this medication cost. So the thing that concerned me, I literally was up all night. I literally found this person this morning and we emailed back and forth. The thing that literally kept me up all night is, what if we get to cycle day 10 and we need more Gonal-F and I don't have the money to buy more? Like, what would they do? And that would be it. Like, that would cancel it. We would never be able to get another round of medication because we had already met our cap. We would, a cycle would get canceled. We'd use all that money and all the pre-testing and stuff for our max for insurance. So I'm like, I'm stressed. Like, now hopefully this all follows through. I've already paid her. She said she's going to mail it out first thing in the morning, overnight it. She's only a couple states away, so it shouldn't be that crazy. She told me that her insurance paid for her, so she's not out any money. Legally you're not allowed to sell medication, so I guess I'm basically paying her for the cold packs, and the way you can look at it this way, I basically paid her for the cold packs and the shipping materials and the overnighting, and probably a little bit more for her hassle, but I paid $200 for 2 900 pens, and so out of pocket there's 7 something, so definitely saved a ton of money. I know it's risky, but I did it for somebody else, so I'm hoping that, God willing, this is legit, because like I said, maybe what goes around comes around, and since I helped somebody else out, maybe this is, our payment in return. So I was actually going to go get a prepaid, or I have stamps.com. I was actually going to print out like a prepaid overnight label and just email it to her, and she could reprint it out and send it, but I don't know how much it weighs or the size. Like, you have to have all that plugged in. So anyway, am I crazy? Probably a little bit, but at least I will be able to, like, once it's here, at least I will be able to breathe, knowing that I have enough on my insurance to get me 2 more stim days with the Cetrotide and the Menopur if I have to, and I will have enough Gonal-F, like more than enough, hopefully. So after it's all said and done, if I have leftovers, it's free for the taking. You pay the shipping and you can have it, because I know how crazy expensive this all is. I mean, it's just insane. So I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there to do it. The site that I found the lady on, there's a lot of people doing it. A lot of people do CODs, which I've never done. I didn't know how that worked. And I don't want to get in trouble for doing this, but I mean, I don't understand what they expect people to do. You charge them this extra. I just don't know what they expect people to do. I don't. And so yeah, I mean, it's prescribed to me, so it's not like I'm buying steroids or, this is insane. It's not like I'm buying illegal drugs, things like that. I actually have a prescription for it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't even be saying this. I don't know, but I'm just saying, explore your options if you're desperate. The other thing you can do, medication-wise, I guess there's a site called Compassionate Care, and they do it based off of income. I didn't know about it until like yesterday, and we're getting so close to cycling, or I probably would have applied and seen. However, probably not eligible because my husband has a full pension and now works full time. But we're also paying for $3,000 in housing a month because we have a mortgage and we're renting in Maine. So I don't think they take any of that into account. They just kind of look and see what you make. But I guess it's compassionate care, and you apply and they get back to you in like 5 to 7 days or something like that. And then there's something else for veterans, and I don't remember what it's called, but basically what it does is it gives you a lower rate on, like, they give you a discount on your medications, I guess. I don't know how much. It probably varies depending on your income. So that's another option. When our first round, when we needed follow and all that, we had no cap on any of these. Like, we had flat rate copays. Now we paid $12,000 for the fresh cycle, though. But as far as medication goes, we got super lucky, and we paid maybe $200 to $300 total for all of the medications. Yeah. So at a friend of ours that did IVF when we got pregnant with Noah, they were about a week ahead of us then. She just did a fresh cycle too, which was totally crazy because it's not even like we talk a lot. Like, we're just basically, we went to high school together and we have Facebook. They just did another fresh cycle. They're in the same boat we are, and she just found out yesterday that it worked. She's pregnant. So hoping that's a good sign for us that maybe we'll be pregnant together again. That'd be kind of cool. IVF babies. But yeah, so that's where we stand. Shipment from Fertility Lifeline, no, Freedom Pharmacy. I don't even know what I'm saying. There's so many fertility things. Freedom Pharmacy is a fertility pharmacy. That's where my meds are shipping from. They'll be here today. I will probably do an unboxing depending on the time they get here. And then I guess keep you posted as far as the ones that are supposed to come from New York. So if she ships them out tomorrow, they should be here. What's tomorrow? Wednesday? They should be here Thursday. I don't know. Something like that. But, I mean, explore your options. There's good people out there. I was one of them whenever I had extra. I mean, the clinic said you could donate them. So that's what I did. She literally paid the shipping. And that's basically how I'm taking what I am doing, getting this gone left. And basically, she's donating them to me. Woo, wrong way. She's donating to me. I'm just paying her for supplies and the shipping and all of that. So I guess you're legally allowed to do that. So I'm not purchasing drugs. They're being donated to me. I'm just reimbursing her for her, the trouble is how I look at it. So if she had been charging like $600 a pen, like, obviously shipping is not that much. So I think she's doing a great thing, and I'm really thankful for it. But trying to think if there's anything else. So I'm looking at my calendar here, trying to figure out when I'm going to cycle. It's kind of hard because I spotted from the estrogen, so anything's kind of possible. It says 8 days, but then the one on my phone says 6 days. So probably, oh, I'm in the wrong month. I'm thinking probably at least by next week. We're really hoping for a Saturday egg retrieval, which would mean, because we're doing a 5-day transfer, because of my husband's schedule, he works the same days every week, and it's not Monday through Friday. So if that happens, he will be off for both. If not, I don't know what we're going to do. So that's the plan. Yeah. So I will do an unboxing when the meds get here. Sorry this was so long. Sorry the lighting is so crappy. But feel free to leave any comments. You can subscribe, and I'm going to try to be updating more and more. It's just been very hard with Belle's in Pennsylvania right now visiting family, and so it's been kind of hard to get a chance to sit down. But okay, I will see you for the unboxing. Have a great